EdYoda, the end of your job search and the beginning of your dream career. EdYoda's live sessions are taught by industry experts, giving you hands-on experience and practical knowledge with real projects, not just degrees. EdYoda's industry-recognized certifications will help you stand out in the job market. And that's not all. With EdYoda's exclusive job board featuring 500+ companies, finding your dream job has never been easier. Say goodbye to endless job searching and hello to your dream career with EdYoda. Join EdYoda's student community today and start building your dream career.
So, hi everyone. I hope all are doing good. My name is Harshit, and let me introduce myself first. My name is Harshit, and I'm working as an SD2, and I have a total experience like 3 years of experience, and I'm working in a full stack domain. So I have a knowledge of back end, front end, and in this last 3 years, I have contributed to large companies. I have worked with the startups, enterprises, and all. So what is the agenda for today? So let me share my screen, and then we will start the session. Okay, so hope you guys can see my screen, right? Okay. Thanks, guys. So first of all, before we start and all, I just wanted to confirm one thing. You can see my screen, right? And if you are new to our platform, obviously, I would request you all to like and share this video. If you are watching with, if you want to watch with your some friends and all, do share it, and then we will start it. So what is the agenda for today? So we are going to learn ReactJS, and not just guys ReactJS. I know there's a very it's a very demand word, right? If you are going for interview, or if you are looking for a job, maybe someone can they can suggest you learn ReactJS and get a job. So this is right, guys. Learning ReactJS is literally I would think in just this 3 years or 4 years, and I'm sure, I'm pretty sure in this next 5 years also, you will be seeing lots of traffic in this ReactJS. ReactJS is in very demand, and the most I will show. I have some number facts also. I will show you, but yeah, this is the agenda. We are going to learn our ReactJS, and then not just ReactJS. As I said, we will be also learning how to become the front-end developer. I will show you what are the good things about the front-end developer and how you can become a front-end developer. Okay, so let's start the class. So obviously, we will see first of all some agenda what we are going to cover. So you can see we have lots of things to cover, and this will be 2 hours of session. On this Saturday we give it around 2 hours of, maybe it can go for 5 minutes, 10 minutes more extra also. Not a problem. So what is the agenda? So agenda is, guys, first of all we will learn what is this front end development. Okay, so before we will jump to ReactJS, we will code. Okay, we have to code so this session will be, guys, 70% of code and 30% of theoretical things. Only 30%. So most of the things we will be doing on the code. I will be guiding you, not a problem. If you are totally new, you can sit with your water bottle and all, and you will enjoy the session. I'm pretty sure. So first of all, we will see what is the front end development. Because this is the very important thing to understand, or if you are starting any journey, you should know what is the domain, total domain, what is. So we will be covering this front end development first of all. Then I will show you some facts. Okay, number facts. So number facts are always important to gain some kind of interesting thing to look out. Okay, what are the jobs, what are the salary, average salary, and all. Then we will start our session with the introduction to React. This will be our kind of core thing. We will start our ReactJS journey, and then I will show you some kind of code understanding. Okay, we have lots of things in the React, obviously, but we will be understanding all the core concepts. What are the core concepts? Okay, so core concepts are generally this components, JSX, this virtual DOM. This is kind of very interesting thing. Then we have this reconciliation engine. Okay, this I will teach you what is this reconciliation with the examples, with the visual things also. And then we will start this states, React states. It's very, very important. And nowadays there's a very buzz term called as hooks also. I will be telling you this also. And this is kind of latest thing. Okay, whatever I will show you, that all will be kind of latest thing. Nothing will be kind of legacy and all. Okay, then here we will start our kind of project. Here we will set up some kind of project, a React project, and then I will show you, I will guide you through the some examples like how you can create your project, some kind of dummy things I will show you. Then we have guys two projects in this session. So first will be, we will be building to-do list. So where you can add your list, you can add your, let's say like if you want to study, so you can plan it. Okay, at 6 p.m. I need to study, or you can plan it, okay, at 11 p.m. I need to go for bed, something like that you can put in your list. Then we will be building our airline landing page. So this will be kind of two projects you have in this total 2 hours of session. I will be trying to sum up in the 2 hours. Maybe it can take 5 minutes or 10 minutes extra also. Okay, so this is the agenda for today's session. What are the next thing? So before we start and all, I just wanted to take my time. Okay, I will take my 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to talk in detail about what is front-end development. What is front-end development? So guys, hope you have some idea. If you do not have any idea, okay, no, not a problem. So what is this front-end development? Okay, if I go back on the next slide, you guys can see here. See guys, whatever you see on internet, it has the front end, right? Front end, it means just a user interface. Whatever you see on internet, it may be YouTube, it may be Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, anything. Whatever you see on your screen, right? On your screen, it means it can be a screen, can be your monitor, a screen can be your, let's say mobile, a screen can be your tablet, even your like this digital watches and all. So this all can be screen. Okay, so whatever you see on a screen, that is kind of front end thing. Okay, and whatever you can't see. Okay, so let's say if you are sending a text to someone on your WhatsApp, you do not know like how this message will be sent to that person, right? Behind the things what happened, you do not know. So that is the backend part. And backend part, today we are not with the backend part. Maybe next week or someday I will be also telling you how to do the backend development and all. But today we are going to see the user thing, that is the front end things. So front end things means what? So front end things means user interface things. We call it as GUI also, graphical user interface. And let me tell you again a very interesting thing, guys. If your application, or if you are building anything, if it doesn't look so good, okay, if it doesn't look so attractive, no one is going to use that. Guys, have you like browsed a CRUD application? If you have browsed CRUD application, you know like the interface of CRUD is like very attractive, right? Even if you are not earning some kind of rewards and all, still you browse that, right? So this is the power of UI. If your UI is like kind of very good, you always try to spend some time. If you have heard about that IRCTC website, so this is not like around nowadays, like IRCTC website has like kind of good. But if you compare just after 3 or 5 years back, that was not like so good, right? So this is the power of UI. If your UI is very attractive, user will come, user will browse, user will use that. So how to start the front end journey? I have the slide here. Become a front end developer. How you can become a front end developer? Now we have some idea what is front end. Now let's see how you will become. Okay. So how you will become, the first step would be your HTML and CSS, obviously, because HTML and CSS is what? So HTML and CSS is a kind of your skeleton, right? HTML is actually a skeleton. CSS is used for the decoration and all. You will be, if you want to just decorate, like let's say, if you want to change some kind of color, if you want to give some animation, so whatever you can do that. So you will be using CSS for that. And HTML is kind of your skeleton. So you have a human body, right? In human body, your bones, like bone is a skeleton. You have a skeleton also. That is the HTML. And you have a like kind of good clothes, like you have a like good hairstyle, not like me. And so that will be kind of CSS thing. What is this JavaScript? So actually, guys, JavaScript is the brain of your front end. Why I'm saying the brain of the front end? Brain of the front end, it means what to do. Okay, what if user will say, let's say, print my name. So JavaScript will decide how to like print your name. How to print your name. It means like the logical decisions will be taken by the JavaScript. HTML will just give the skeleton. HTML give you just a structure on the web page. CSS will somehow give you the kind of decoration thing, colors and all, but JavaScript will give you the kind of that power which holds the entire world. Okay, entire I would say internet. So JavaScript is that thing. So JavaScript will provide you the powerful things. Powerful things can be kind of logical things. It can be okay. So if you guys, the best part of JavaScript is if you just know JavaScript, now you are good to go with anything. Okay. If you just know JavaScript, you are good to go with anything. Why I'm saying like you are good to go with anything? If you just know JavaScript, you can use Angular, you can use React. We have other things in the backend also like Node.js, Express.js, lots of things we have, right? So this things you are like now there's a kind of what we say like if you have done your things and now you are in the market. Now you can learn React.js and get a job. If you want to learn Angular and get a job. You can learn anything. Next.js, we have so many things like in just guys every 6 months there's a new kind of framework introduced in the JavaScript. So that is very in demand. Okay. So you just need to know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you have some idea about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you are good to go. Okay. And obviously, if you do not know, let's say you are attending this session and you do not know what is this HTML and CSS, do not worry. Again, I'm saying because I will be telling you kind of little bit of CSS also, little bit of HTML also. Obviously, I will not put that amount of energy there because that is not the main agenda, but I will trying to bring some, if I am writing something advanced, I will trying to clear this also. Okay. So you have some idea, of course, with the JavaScript is necessary. Now, if you have these three things in your bucket, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, now you are good to go with anything. So we have guys in the front end in actual like right now market, like because I am working, I have built the application and all. I know like what is the kind of best thing in the market. Okay, what is the trending thing in the market? So best thing in the market, guys, is like let's say you have two things, right? Like we have AngularJS and we have React.js. So we have the AngularJS and we have the React.js. So let me tell you kind of what we say comparison between this AngularJS and React.js. So if you guys see here the number of jobs in the front end framework, okay. If you see guys, if you have some idea about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you are good. Now you need to decide Angular or React.js or something else. So let's say there are some kind of here Vue also, we have Vue.js also. So let's see like let's consider some kind of comparison. I have taken this as a screenshot from the Google. So it says like this number of jobs available in the React.js. Okay, and you can see like almost what I say 2/3, right? 2/3 of this is in the React.js. And in AngularJS, again, like after React.js, AngularJS is obviously famous, no doubt. Like after React.js, Angular is the famous one. But React.js is the most, I would say, like the handy framework right now in the current trend. Okay, you can see the jobs also, like jobs is what, like kind of 2/3 here. And the best reason for React.js, I will tell you why we are using React.js on the like many application, any application you are building, the first choice will be React.js. Sometime it can be Angular also, not a problem. But like most 99% guys, I have used like React.js in the almost cases. Okay, there are some use cases also where you can use Angular, but kind of React will also do the same it will do. And I will telling you why React.js is important, what it brings, what it has the powers and all. I will be telling you. And then we have this Vue.js and all. Now you can clearly see the jobs in the React.js in the field is very like it's very big, right? And obviously there's another here. I have the statistics, which is average full stack salary in India. So average guys full stack salary in India is around 6 lakhs. You can see here average salary. I'm saying not like what we say like the maximum salary, and maximum salary can be guys up to 1 crore also in India easily. In India, like nowadays people are getting even 1 CR also. Okay, if you are a full stack engineer. So the average salary is guys 6 lakh here, and you can see here kind of there's a kind of median. This 10% are working in this 2.4 lakhs. Then we have the median is 6 lakhs some around, and the 90% guys like the 90% of the people, or we say that 90% of that bracket is 1 million. It means 10 lakhs, more than 10 lakhs. Okay. And also I think this salary is kind of bit less. Actually, this is not the correct thing in market. Like you can easily get, if you have some knowledge about React.js and Node.js, you can guys, and you have obviously some knowledge of AWS and all, you guys can obviously get 10 LP easily. Easily you can get this 10 LP and all. So this is a kind of, so guys, some kind of number facts we have seen. React.js is the power, like here's a what we say, like here's a power in the React.js, and we have the salary also in the market. So let's go with the other slides. Okay, so what next? What we are going to do? So we have some idea about front end. We know how you can start your journey with the front end. Then we will guys learn React.js. Okay, here the formal introduction I will say with the React.js. And guys, see, this is the kind of what we say, like this is the kind of React.js logo. So every language has some logo, right? Every logo has, every language has some logo, company has logo and all. So this is the logo for React.js. Okay, you see like kind of what we say, right? You can see there's a kind of nice animation here. So this is the formal introduction for the React.js, and we will be starting from now React.js. Let's see. So before we start and all, let's introduce React.js as a kind of what we say, like as an organization here, or we can say, or let's read some kind of history for the React.js. So the first point here it says is it's a front-end library developed by the Facebook. Now, hope you are getting my point why this React.js is so famous. It is developed by the Facebook. Okay, not like okay some random company. It is developed by the Facebook. So now you can like now you have a trust, right? Like you can trust if Facebook has built, if Facebook are using, so you can also use. Okay, you have must you have browse your Facebook, how smooth and all this is, right? Instagram is also part of this Meta and Facebook also. So in Instagram also we use React a lot. Okay, so this is developed by Facebook, and it is used to build UI layer for the web and for the mobile app also. So as I said, mobile app or this UI interface is used for monitors also, desktop also, tablet also, mobile apps also, watches also, everything, whatever you see user interface, that can be developed using this React.js. Okay, so this is used for the UI layer, and it's used for the web and mobile apps. Second point it's saying is it's the most popular JavaScript library. Okay, so as I said, like if you know, if you have some background of JavaScript, that will make you very easy. And it's a kind of a popular JavaScript library. And the biggest advantage is here, guys. If you see these 3 lines here, strong and large dev community. Okay, it means if it is strong and if it has the large dev community, if you face any problem, right now we are in the 2 hours of session, even after this 2 hours of session, if you stuck somewhere, or if you are not getting your like error fixed and solution, you are not getting, what you can do, you can just go on Stack Overflow. I assume you know what is Stack Overflow. If you do not know, just write Stack Overflow on Google. They will like there's a nice website there, they will tell you. So basically it's a kind of a doubt resolving platform where you can post your doubt. Someone will come from this planet and they will answer your doubts. Okay, so it has the strong large, or we say that dev community. So if you face any problem, it's a very high chance to you will get your solution very easily and in very like short and I would say like you do not need to also wait for some time. Yours, whatever your doubts or whatever the problem you are facing, you will just copy and paste on the Google and you will get your result. Okay, because if you are getting some error, the same error has occurred to several people's. Okay, so the solution is already there, you just need to Google it, that's it. Okay, and I know like you guys are very good in Google, like you browse Facebook. If you can browse Facebook, if you can browse Instagram so well, Googling is not a problem. Okay, so Google is very now easy things. And now we have Chat GPT, so obviously you can ask Chat GPT also. Hope you guys are know Chat GPT, right? If you do not know, what we can do, me or someone can make some video, kind of 30 minutes of video to show you what is Chat GPT and what are the tricks, different tricks to use this chat GPT. And chat GPT, guys, it's kind of a very powerful tool. Everyone should try to learn this chat GPT things. Okay, the fourth point here is saying is, third point it's saying is beauty of React. Okay, why React and what? So beauty of React is to break the complex UIs in the isolated small pieces of components. Okay. So what it means is, you see, on Facebook, if you go to your Facebook, you can see like there's a kind of very complex UI they have, but you do not need to think like you need to build that entire UI at a once or in a single code. Okay, how to write code and all we will discuss. But the beauty of React is, if you see any kind of complex UI, what you will do, you will just break UI. You will just break UI. If I can show you here, just let me check it. Okay. Okay, so if you guys can see this YouTube, right? You can see this YouTube website. So see, if I ask you to just build this YouTube, you will be feeling, okay, how I will, what I will do, where I start, where I will end. No, what you need to do, you need to just think. It has the complex UI, obviously, but you need to think as a small pieces of chunks. Okay, so it's very kind of very old thing. Like if you have a very big problem, you break that problem. So if you guys just break this problem, let's see. So this, oh my God, I opened my WhatsApp. No, buddy. Okay, so if you guys see here, this is the UI of your Facebook. You do not need to think like, okay, you need to build. What you need to think, just build this one. See, there's a kind of button here. If you just click it, this pop-up is coming. So you just need to think, okay, how I will build this. If you are able to build this, that's it. The one problem is solved. Now you will focus this header part. Do you see this header part? Here you have some image. Here you have the logo YouTube. Here you have a kind of text box like where you can write something. Here it will be your image. I have opened the incognito, that's why it's not giving. But if you have some Gmail account, that will show you image. So this is one second part, header part, you can build it. Now part you can see here, there's a kind of buttons here, lots of buttons are there. So you will be only focusing building one button and you will just change the text. See guys, so if somehow you build this button, you can build this button also. You just need to change the text between there. So here it's saying music, here it will say the something else. So this is the simple thing. You will always think like to breaking the components. If you guys see this kind of very like lots of video card here, what you need to do, you just need to consider one video card. You will just build this video card and all video card will be what? Like if you just build this video card, all the video cards have the same structure. For same structure means you just need to change the kind of information. Here it's this video, here you will change some other video. Here this logo, here this logo. So you will just change the logo. So information changing cannot be like very big task. Building things can be big task. So always think in the small pieces, and small pieces, guys. If I say here, what do you mean by that? Small pieces. So that small pieces, we call it as components, and I will tell you what are the components and all in just a minute, but this is called as component. React is all about creating components. React is, just remember this line by heart. React is all about creating your component. And here the fourth point, last point, you can read also. It's saying it allows you to create reusable UI components. Reusable UI components. It means reusable small pieces of code. What it means? So guys, do you remember I was saying like if you just build this one video card, building all video card cannot be like very big task. So that is the guys reusable thing. What you will do, you will just build this and you will reuse this video card. And while reusing, you will just give the different data. Here you will give the different video. Here you will give the different logo, different information, different channel name, different views. See, all details are kind of same. The structure is same, just data is change. So that's why we say build a UI component and reuse it. And that is the power of React. If you have some experience in the HTML, I will show you in the code also. We have a good project there. But if you have some what we say, like some experience with the that HTML and CSS, everything whatever you build, you need to code with yourself. You cannot reuse it. You need to copy and paste. But here, guys, we can reuse that same thing. Okay, that is the power of React. So hope you guys are enjoying this session, and we have some clarity about what is React. Introduction to React is done kind of thing. Here we will see what the it's a front-end library, obviously. Then it's built for UI layer. It's kind of popular JavaScript library. Okay, and do not remember these lines, guys. I in my session also, I never focus on remembering anything. For remembering, you have Google, you have Chat GPT, you have lots of things. You have like so many spaces, hard disk, SSD, whatever. Do not remember. Just point the just take the point. So here point you can take. Okay, it's a front-end library developed by Facebook. Here you can say, okay, powerful JavaScript library. It has the strong and large dev community. Here you can say, okay, complex to small pieces, and we call it as component. That's all, guys. And here you can mark this reusable word. Do not always remember, okay, because you cannot remember. Okay, we have lots of things you cannot remember. You are human, not a robot. Okay, so if you guys see here, what are the different advantages you will get if you use this React. So you will be using React and you will be benefited from, first of all, things is easy to use. Okay, I will tell you why. Here it's point it's saying is easy to use. I must say, if you have, let's say, let's take the very easy language. Let's say C, okay, C or C++. Even for C and C++, guys, you need to do lots of things. You need to first of all install something, configure that. You need to build, like you need to write some codes to just get the hello message, right? You need to, or even Java. For Java, you need to do lots of things to just see a message, call it hello. I will tell you, running a simple command and it in React.js, it will show you many things. So that's why we are saying here easy to use. Second thing here is the virtual DOM. So you can leave this point. This is kind of very beautiful thing. I would say virtual DOM. I will just explain you in a few minutes. Second thing, this reusable components. You can remember with the video cards. We can build a one video card and then we can replicate, right? Here we have the open source. What do you mean by open source? So open source means free to use. No one is going to charge you. No, you will not going to pay anything for using React. No one will come, okay, hey, you are using React, give me some dollar, no, or some rupees, no. They will not come to you and they will not ask you money. Second thing here is the developer tools. Obviously, there are lots of developer tools available in the React. I will be telling you, no problem. And here we have this seamless update. Okay, so this kind of, it does very kind of good update on the UI. I will be telling you. So this point and this virtual point, it's kind of related things. Okay, seamless update and this virtual DOM is related. So that's why I have skipped this thing because we have a proper slide for that. Let's go there. Okay. Next thing is, guys, now we have some idea, okay, what are the advantages, what we can use in the React.js and all. Now let's understand some kind of core understanding. Obviously, guys, this is the 2 hours of session. You cannot learn React like 0 to 100%. I never guarantee, okay, come here and become 0 to hero. No, it's never be, it's not possible. What we can do here is we can understand the core things. If you understand the core things, the power of, guys, understanding the core thing is now you can understand anything. Okay, if I teach you, okay, how you will drive a car, I will not take you, okay, let's go Ladakh and drive that car, drive there also car. Let's go Manali and drive. No, I will not. Okay, even like I cannot tell you, okay, go to some bad roads, drive your car. What I can do as a driver, or as a whatever, the teacher, I can tell you the core things. Okay, how to drive a car. If you able to understand that, like how to like drive a car, at the core understandings, like what are the principles for driving a car, now you can build anywhere, or sorry, now you can drive anywhere. You can drive on NH, you can drive on expressway, you can drive on Manali, Ladakh, anywhere you can drive, right? Hope you're on bridges. So anywhere you can drive. So this is the power of understanding the core things. So let's understand the core things of React. So the first thing we have already discussed, that is components. So let's say, guys, this is your website. Okay, let's come to this YouTube also, YouTube only. So the first point, let's read also the point. So first point is saying React is all about components. As I said, it's all about component. You will be building lots of components and you guys will be only building components. You will do nothing. You guys always be you will be building some kind of component. Whatever you will write a single line of code, that will be a component. Okay, so you need to think everything as component. You need to kind of take this in your mind. Whatever you will build, that will be a component. Second thing, obviously, it's a kind of a small reusable piece of code that is kind of repeatable things. Now, what is the beauty of this component? The beauty of component is this one, guys. It will be very handy if you are working in large projects. As I said here, this YouTube is very large project. We have lots of engineer in the Google, like they are working day and night to make this application. So we obviously, like, I have a very good respect for them. But yeah, so when you work for large projects, like you need something like very maintainable code. You do not need to write, okay, you will write millions of lines of code, and like even if there's a bug, you can't solve that. So always try to kind of break your things, so that if anything breaks in production or somewhere, you can easily go there and you can easily fix that. Okay, that is the thing. So the fourth point here it's saying is component can be defined as either a class or function. That is very important line, first line, and can be included a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code. So we have two lines here. First is saying components can be defined as either a class or function. It means, guys, how you will going to create components. So you will be going to create components using either class or either using function. Okay. So what is class? So class is like, hope you know, like object-oriented programmings. Okay, that is where you have seen that classes, and we have other way which is called as functions. Okay, so here is the story, guys. New story starts. You guys can build your components using either class or function, as I said. Now, building components using class is kind of very old thing. It's kind of very legacy thing. No one nowadays, if anyone wants to build or any application using component, no one is going to use this class. Everyone is going to use this function, and function is very easy also. That's why we use it. Class is kind of very complex, like it has lots of things which like for beginners it sounds like complicated things. So function is the like recommend thing from the React also. So React also says like they have a team. So they say, okay, if you are building a project, not go with the class, go with the functions component. So you have two things. Either you can make your component using class, or you can make your component using function. So we will be using function because it is the recommended thing. It's not the old and legacy thing. So whatever we are learning, we will be learning on the only the latest things and the good practice, I would say. Second line here it's saying is it includes combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It obvious, guys. It obvious. Why I'm saying obvious? Because doesn't matter what, if you are using Angular, if you are using React, if you are using Vue, it doesn't matter. Whatever you will build, you will be using the core things I'm saying, the skeleton. You will be, guys, only using this HTML, CSS, or JavaScript only. Nothing you can like, no option you have. You need to use ISL, HTML, CSS, and this JavaScript, and it works like in the combination. It's not like either you will use HTML or either you will use CSS. No, they work in together, and they will work together, and they will give you the good interfaces. So this is the components, and here also you can see like if you have some web page. So like here you have one piece of code. So all will be, guys, what? All will be kind of components. Okay, this is one component. This is a second component. Everything, whatever you see on internet, that you can break as a component. That's it. That is the thing. Okay, so this is the component. The first core understanding of React is this one. Second thing is what? Second thing is very kind of interesting. That is called as, which we have something called as virtual DOM. React has something called as virtual DOM. What is this virtual DOM? So before understanding this virtual DOM and all, let's understand this real DOM. What is this real DOM? So guys, see, if you have some idea about HTML, whenever you build your HTML page, you have this HTML. Inside that you have head. Inside that you have body. Body can have some nav bars. Body can have some sections, images, li, lots of things. So guys, whatever you will build on your HTML, if I go on my this here, if I go on inspect here, okay, I can show you here also. If I go to, guys, inspector here, do you see, guys, there's a kind of lots of HTML here. Do you see here? If I just make it Oh my God. Bring it. Okay. Okay. If you guys see here, lots of code are there and they all are HTML. Do you see? It's a starting from HTML. It has head, it has body. See guys, it has inside this body, we have so many things. Div, it has lots of things it has. So whatever you see on internet, the core thing will be obviously HTML. And this comes as a tree. Okay. If you go here and you see here, see guys, it's coming like, okay, inside this head, you have this, sorry, inside this HTML, you have this head, inside this, you have some body and all. Okay. So whatever you will build on your HTML, that finally that will be converted into some kind of tree structure. Okay, and we call it as UI tree. If you see this one here, so we call it as UI tree. You will have some parent things. So parent will be HTML. Then you will have some for HTML will have some child called as body, and body can have different childs. So whatever you will see here, you will be seeing some kind of UI tree. Okay, always remember. And that we call as, so DOM is what? It's a document object model. So whatever you will build, that will be converted into UI tree. We call it as UI tree. Okay, so you can read this one here also. Like real DOM is actual tree like structure of web page. Okay, actual tree like structure of web page, and which can be manipulated directly to change the layout or content of the web page. So now guys, if I want to change something on this UI, what I can do? I can simply change here and I will see the reflection here. You want to okay, if I change something here, let's see. If I just change this one here, I will show you here. See guys, it's coming as right this one. If I just change it to, it's a kind of very long code. If I just wanted to change this one, okay, not a problem if I'm not able to find, because this is lots of code here. Okay, lots of code. Let's forget that here. So guys, but you are getting my point. If you want to change something here in the, like, let's say like it's written home here. If you just want to change here, you can come here and you can search for home. First of all, that's why it's taking time, and we do not have that time. So if you search this home, home will be written here only. If you change home to, let's say, HOMEE double, you just add a extra E, so that will be reflected here. Okay, so this is the second line. It's saying which can be manipulated directly, change the layout of the web content of the page. If you change your tree, that content will be changed. Okay, now guys, this is the real DOM. Okay, this is the by default things you will get. Now React has actually very good solution for that. React says it has the virtual DOM. What is this virtual DOM? So virtual DOM is a lightweight in-memory representation of actual DOM. It is saying what React, if you are using this ReactJS, you will be building some kind of virtual DOM, and virtual, you know what is virtual. So it will be just kind of representation. It will not be actual DOM. It will be representation of actual DOM. Okay. And now it's saying it is a light weight in memory representation. It means if you are not using React, if you change something, it will change the like your tree, and it will show you the result. But if you are using your virtual DOM, it does some kind of optimization on the web page. And the third point here, you can see it is used to optimize the performance of updates to the user interface. So if you, let's say like this, I guess YouTube doesn't uses React. Okay, it doesn't uses React. Yeah, I guess, yeah, YouTube doesn't have React. It is built in some kind of different framework, I guess. But if you just want to change something, what will happen? It will change everything, guys. It will change everything. Okay, it will kind of render everything. But if you are using this React, okay, if you are using this React, and React builds something called as virtual DOM, and virtual DOM is used for optimization purpose, and it enhances the performance of updates of the user interface. So we will be seeing like, okay, how it updates and all. So we have something called as reconciliation for that. I will be telling you, but hope you are getting my point. This virtual DOM is just a in-memory representation of actual DOM. It's not actual DOM. Just understand this point. It's not actual DOM. It's just a representation of actual DOM. Okay. And why we use a virtual DOM? So we do not use it. that if you are using React will give you the power of this virtual DOM. And what other advantages you will get? So you will be getting advantage of performance optimization. When you use this React, you will be getting lots of performance optimization while building this kind of interfaces and all. I will be telling you. So the third point is this one only, reconciliation here. Okay, so what is this reconciliation? So if you just read this one point here, reconciliation, the process that React uses to determine the minimal set of changes to be made on the actual DOM. Okay, so let's say guys, if you, this is your kind of, let's say the browser DOM, right? So this is your browser DOM and you just change one point. If you just change one node, so they are node, right? This is one node, this is one node, this is one node, this is again lots of node here. If you just change one node in React.js, what will happen? It has the virtual DOM. It has the virtual DOM. It will just compare what is changed. It will not change. Okay, it will not check like every node. It will just, it has the some algorithm. The algorithm it uses is diffing algorithm. You do not need to go there. It's kind of very complex thing. Diffing algorithm, just for your knowledge, I would say reconciliation using diffing algorithm. So matching algorithm it says, so it will just quickly check what is the change in the DOM. Okay, it will not go to the every node and it will check, okay, you change. No, it will actually, like, it's very fast algorithm, you know, like what is algorithm. So diffing algorithm internally React uses, and it quickly checks, okay, what you have changed, and whatever you have changed, that only in the virtual DOM it will just change that thing. So here you can see we have a one virtual DOM. So it will check like, okay, what is changed, and then it will prepare a new virtual DOM, and then whatever the change, it will just update that in the browser DOM, or in the browser DOM is actually the real DOM only. So it compares what is changed, and from this virtual DOM it will create a new virtual DOM, and then whatever is changed, then only it will whatever is changed, that change is only applied to the real DOM. Okay, that's the simple thing. Here also you can read, it compares the current virtual DOM. Current virtual DOM is this one, and current virtual DOM with the new virtual DOM, and it then applies the minimal set of changes to the actual DOM. That's simple. You have a one virtual DOM that is kind of current or old, you can say, and it builds a new virtual DOM. It will just compare, okay, what is the change thing. It will not go with the all nodes and all. It will just check what is the minimum changes between these trees. Okay, and checking, and how it does perform that checking. So it performs using something called as diffing algorithm. It changes, and it just, whatever the change, it will just apply that change to the actual DOM. That's it. So this is, guys, how this React engine works behind the scene. This may sound some kind of complex thing for you because you are just starting your journey, but I just wanted to kind of throw some words in your mind, like we have something called as virtual DOM, we have something called as reconciliation, we have something called as this changing and mechanism, diffing algorithm. If you are not good, if you are not getting this reconciliation or this kind of virtual DOM, do not worry. This will be a kind of complex things, but I just wanted to throw a word to you, right? Hope you are getting my point, like why I'm throwing these words to you. So sometimes it's not very like, it's not like, okay, it's not like, okay, if I'm just telling you easy things you will get. I will be telling some kind of words that you need to research on that part also. And obviously I have like the basic ground I have set up, this changing and all. This is the very easy things, I would say. Diffing algorithm, understanding diffing algorithm, that can be a tricky thing. Let's go there in the next part. So the fourth core thing in the React.js is this JSX. What is this JSX? So if you know just HTML, how you can write this HTML, that's it. JSX is actually JavaScript syntax extension. It is not exactly HTML. Okay, it's not exactly HTML, but it is like HTML. Okay, it's like, I would say like 90 or 99%, it's like HTML only. So you can see here it's a syntax extension for JavaScript that allows developer to write HTML-like elements in their JavaScript code. HTML-like elements, not HTML. In the JavaScript, if you want to write some HTML code inside JavaScript, you can use this JSX. And guys, we write only JSX in the HTML. in the React. I will be telling you, I will be writing lots of JSX now. Second thing guys, is the third point it's saying is browser cannot read JSX file directly. They must be transpiled or converted to JavaScript before they can be interpreted by browser. So by default guys, browser cannot understand your JSX. So what will happen? We will have some kind of converter or some kind of uh, mechanism that will convert in that in that language which browser can understand. And how we will convert and all, I will be telling you that we have some kind of CRA and all, like bundlers and all. So that's understand, like, okay, JSX browser cannot understand. For that we will have something, we will do something so that browser will understand your JSX. That's simple. And actually you do not need to do that. You will just, you absolutely 100% you do not need to do that. All things will be done by automatically by your React and all. Fourth point it's saying is commonly used in not NI UI. Okay, used in UI React to describe the structure and content of the component user interface. So this may you build components, and in that component you will be writing JSX. So here you can see here you are writing S3 tag hello world. Okay, and see guys, this is the JavaScript function, right? Function component return. This is the JavaScript function. And now you have this S3 H1, this one, and you are writing HTML inside JavaScript. So that's why we call it as JSX. Okay, hope this is making sense to you. And the fifth point is this React state. And the sixth thing is guys, React hooks. So if I quickly talk in like about this React state, actually it doesn't make sense in the theory parts, this React state. I will be coding in front of you this React state. Okay, so what is this React state? So let me just go over once. So in ReactJS guys, you will be using states. You maintain your states. You will be building component first of all. Okay, then in that component you will be building some kind of state variables. Okay, that's it. So whenever you want to build some kind of variable in C, in C++, in anything, you have seen, right? Like you will be building some kind of variables. So if you want to just build some kind of variable in ReactJS, you will be using this states. And how to build and what, we will see in the code. And you can read some line, okay, you use to store and update the components data. If in your component, let's say here, if I go to back to my this one, okay, okay, if I go to here guys, you can see here we have a video card, right? So you have some data, you have this channel information, this view is information, this channel logo. So these are the component data information. So this thing guys, you will be like this, keeping this, let's say like this watching information, who is watching. So this all things will be kept inside some kind of state variables. So this is the thing, like it is saying here, it is managed by the state and it used to store and update the component data. Okay, so right now it's 10 months. Maybe after 1 year it will be something else. Right now its views is 117K. After just 1 month, maybe it can be 1 million also. So this data updating information also we take care using this states. Okay, and we have something called as use state. I will be telling you what is this use state. Okay, so React state guys, we will be seeing in the code in 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, and next I think we have something called as React hooks. Okay, so guys, do you remember like how you can create your components? I was telling you like you guys can create your React component using two things. First, it can be class component, and second thing, it can be functional component. So whenever you want to build your functional component, okay, and I just want to tell you one thing. If you want to build your components using class, that will be kind of guys very hectic thing. It's kind of very not complex, I would say, but it's kind of not user friendly. Functions is very user friendly. And if you want to build components using functions, what you need to do, what you need to do here, you need to guys use hooks, React hooks. Okay, and you can see this example like, okay, it's kind of hook. It's actually not this hooks. It means it will give you some power or some powers, not some power, it will give you lots of power to your functional component. So whenever you are building your components using functional functions, you can use this function hooks, and hooks are guys very powerful. I will be showing you some examples. So quickly see. So it is newly introduced in 2019. Okay, now hooks is the industry standard. As I said, functional component is the industry standard. So if you are using functional component, you need to use this React hook. So if a functional component is the industry standard, so hooks is obviously it's a industry standard now. So here you can see like, okay, React hooks are the function that allow you to use a state and all. Okay, these things here you can see, okay, use a state, you can leave it. So hope you guys are getting my point why we use hooks. So hooks we use whenever you are using this functional component, you need to use hooks. Okay, you will be only using hooks if you are building your functional component. I would say there are lots of hooks. I will be telling you. We have something called as use state. We have something called as use effect. You have, okay, and just one thing, guys. Always remember, whatever you will like in React.js, if something is starting from use keyword, that will be hook. So use state is a hook. Use effect is a hook. Use context is a hook. Use dispatcher is a hook. Use selector is a hook. So there are lots of things. You can build your custom hooks also. Okay. So guys, we have seen the 6 things as of now, this core kind of core React.js concepts. Now let's see. Okay. Obviously, like what next? Like what we are going to do now. So guys, we are going to do nothing. We will just code it. Okay. We will be going to code. Okay, as I said, this will be like 60% of code this session. So now we will be coding in front of you. I will be showing you what to do, how to do, and everything. We need to make our projects also. 2 projects we will be making in this session. Okay, and we have almost passed 1 hour. So let's build it quickly. Okay, I have a nice this image. This person is typing. So let's start typing our keyboard. Okay. So to start our projects and all, first thing we need to understand how to do the project setup. And as I said, guys, if you remember this one here, React is very easy to use. Hope you remember this one here. React is very easy to use. So easy to use means, guys, project setup can be very simple, very simple. Let me show you how you will do that project setup. Okay. So how you will be getting your project setup, and we will be getting started with React. So we have the kind of 2 steps only. What you need to do, first of all, running React.js, you need this node installed in your system. So if I just search node download, okay, you guys can come to this website. I have shared like this website. It's very common website. You guys can come, and based on your operating system, Windows, Mac, or something, you guys can download it. So I have already installed this Node.js. So it's very simple process. Like you will be clicking here. It may be installed some kind of zip or MSI. Okay, you will be clicking next, install, next, and that will be installed. Very easy step. To check like, okay, is it installed or not, what you can do here is you can come to here, and I'm using, guys, this one. I'm using this terminal right now. So what you can do, you can just write this command, node version. If you are getting some kind of version, so that means you are your node is installed. So right now you guys can see here, I have this 16.20. This I have 16 version of node. So you guys, when you will install, you will also get some kind of version. Maybe you will get some kind of latest version. If you search, if you go here on the website, you guys can see here, like 18 or something, you will get your version. Oh yeah, 18 version you will get. This is the LTS version. Long-term support, we call it as. Okay, long-term support. Okay. So this is, guys, the node installation and what. So if you install your node, that's it. After that, you need to fire this command npx create -react-app and then your app name. Okay, so let me hit that command. So if I go to my this why my screen is kind of blinking? I'm not getting. Okay, so if I come to here, I can close this one. I have, guys, I'm using like my folder structure. So I'm in this folder. If I do the ls, if I'm doing ls, it's showing me nothing. It means I do not have anything. Now what will happen here is I want to run that command. Do you remember npx create react app? And let's give some, okay, it's suggesting me first project. So npx create react app, and I just name it react project. If I just all. Okay. Okay, so I have run that command, and you do it will take some time, like it will take 1 or 2 times. And what it's doing in background, it's installing lots of packages. You can see here it's installing what I say, like, see, 1014 25 packages are added in just 52 seconds, and it is installing some more. So let's wait for that, and it's installed. Okay, all are installed. So what is the next thing? If you go to your this one here, you can cd to your project. So let me cd. So cd means, guys, a change directory. So if I just go on this react first project, I have named this as, if I do the ls, let's see, first of all, if I do the ls, it's showing me, okay, I have one folder called as first project. Now I can go there, and if I do ls, I am getting lots of things. I will tell you what are these things. But the next thing here it's saying is, if you just do this npm start, what will happen? Let's do npm start. That's it, guys. See, it's doing things. Okay. Okay. Now, see, guys, it's running on my local host. And do you guys see here? Just 2 commands, npx that create react app, and just starting our server. So npm started just to start your server. I have started, and you can see here lots of things are already launched on my system. Okay, lots of things are already launched on my system. You guys can see, okay, I'm getting this kind of react logo, which is kind of clockwise direction, and here it has something written and all. Okay, so we have like, you can see, like, okay, webpack compiled successfully and all. So first of all, let's close this. So I will be pressing control C. It is stopped. Now if I go to my VS code, okay, you guys can use your VS code. I am using VS code. How to install VS code? Let me show you quickly. So it's very simple. What you will do? Okay, just let me stop the screen share and share it again. Just 1 second. I don't know why it's kind of shaking. Okay. So you can go to your here, and you can just search this VS code. Okay, VS Code download. This is the website, guys, official website to download VS Code. You guys can use this VS Code, and how to use, you can just, okay, so I'm using Mac, so it's just identified. Okay, I'm using Mac, so that's, it's giving me that Mac option. You guys will be getting, okay, if you click here, you can get your Mac OS, Linux, or whatever. Okay. Okay. So if I open this project in my in my VS Code, you guys can see here first project, and I have lots of things. First of all, let's do the analysis. So I'm getting this folder structure called as node modules. Okay, I am getting this node module, and inside that I am getting this public. Okay, so public has lots of things like this images and all. If I go back, see, okay, it's not opening. First of all, okay, it has lots of things, guys, so you do not need to worry what are these things. The main things are all in this src, and in src, guys, we have this file app.js, and it's doing all the thing. Whatever you are seeing here, this is running and all. This all things are because of this file called as app.js. What I will do here is, what I will do here is, I will come to here. Okay, and I will just What is happening actually? Okay, now it's much better. Okay, I got the problem, guys. So let me do one thing here first of all. So how you will create your project, guys? So hope you are remembering. There's a very simple command npx create React app, and you will be good to go. If I do ls, guys, you are getting lots of things here. Okay, so this is how you will be creating your project. If you can see here, if I go to my VS Code, you guys can see. Okay, I have stopped the VS Code. Okay, not a problem. I can open it again. You guys can see here, I'm getting this projects right in src. We have some git ignore files, we have this package log files. So what are these package log files, guys? So it will contain your what you have. It's kind of meta information things. Okay, here you have some kind of readme file, so do not worry. The main file is this one, guys, app.js. Inside this app, you can see here you are getting lots of things here. This return you are getting all of this thing. And because of all this code, whatever you are seeing here, it's because of that code. Okay, it's because of that code. So what we will do, guys, now is, so hope you are getting like, okay, how to start the project and all. So let's start our creating first project, that is called as to-do list. And while I was telling you what is like how to build to-do list and all, I will be introducing some kind of information as well. So let's start that project. So what I will do here is, I can come to my command prompt, and I can come to here, and what I will do, I will just go back, and I will be creating one more npx, let's say create React app, and here I can name that project as to-do list. Okay, to-do list. Okay, it will again take some time to start the project. Let's wait just a second. Okay, actually it downloads lots of things, that's why it will take some time. So do not worry, like, okay, it's why it's stuck and all. So it will take some time. Let's start the project. So what we will be, guys, building is, we will be building our this to-do list, and then we will be building our that project. So airline building project. So this is the final project we will build, this project, and the first project we will build is a to-do list. So that is the final project that we will build. But before that, we will be building this to-do list. Let's start. Okay, it's started. Now what I can do here is, I can just do code dot here, and you guys can see. Okay, I have this first project and this to-do project also I have. If I go to this here, you guys can see here in the to-do list, I have the all codes here, app.js and all. Okay. Okay, now what I can do here is, I can quickly just remove all the code from now. Okay, and I do not, I just want to delete all this code which are inside this return. Okay, and guys, here what I will do here is, if why I'm not able to write. Something is happening on my VS Code. I don't know what. Just 1 second, guys. Hmm. I create a second project, let's say, just quickly here. Why I'm not able to write something here? Just one sec, guys, one sec.
घर वालों का भी था कि यार बैंक में जॉब करना है, गवर्नमेंट जॉब करना है, तो उसकी प्रिपरेशन के लिए मैं
Lots of
दिल्ली
things.
चला गया।
So the best thing, and this is the component. Okay, so what we will do in the return, in this return, what I can do, I can just, if I just write his h1 tag, let's write my right name here, Harshit Raz. And if I come back to here, if I go, if I just open this terminal now here, let's open this terminal. Okay, I have opened this terminal, and if I just do this npm start, okay, I will just doing npm this npm start. If I just hit enter, you guys can see here, okay, it's changing. You guys can see here. So whatever I will write here, whatever whatever we will write here, so I am getting. So here I have just written my name H1 Harshit Raj, so that is coming. I will just make it below, and here I will be writing our projects. Okay, so as I said, like this is the kind of JSX. Here you will be writing lots of JSX. Okay, now what will happen here? So let's create something meaningful. So what if I just write here, let's, and we will if we are returning this writing this return, so we will be writing this curly things. Okay, and inside this we can write anything. So let's say we are writing this div, and this is kind of a HTML thing, so that is very simple. And here, let's say if I write something, let's say we are learning React JS. Okay, and here if I just write h1 tag, and here if I say ReactJS 13th of May, if I go back on my screen, whatever we are writing, guys, you hope you are getting my point. Whatever we are writing, we are getting our result on the screen also. So let's build something meaningful. So what we will be building is, we will be building our input model. Okay, we will be have some input where we can show, okay, input something and you will get your results. So let's see, and let's build that. So what we can do here is, okay, let's build that. So first of all, I will be creating some kind of div here, and that div will obviously will have some class name. So class name, let's say we have a class name called as container. Okay, we have a class name as container. Okay, guys, and the one more thing, whenever you are building your projects, try to do one thing. Try to just cancel this one and do this this parenthesis. Inside this parenthesis, put this empty forward this closing tag and indent tag. What is this closing and indent tags? So they are called as React fragments. Okay, and React fragments is also a component. Whenever you are building this React kind of component, try to enclose this your codes inside this React fragments. Why we are saying React fragments is important? Because this is the React fragments. Why this is the important? Because React says whatever you are building in your component, that should be inside some kind of component, or that should be some kind of tag. Okay, so parent tag. So instead of giving div tag, I'm just giving this fragments, and that is allowed. That is not a very big problem. So now here, what I will do, I will just paste that thing. If I just Control S, it's minimize. We have a container here, and let's do one thing. We have app.j app dot here also CSS also. So let me do one thing here. Let me first of all delete this file. I can just delete this file quickly here. Right now I will just delete it. Okay, not a CSS file we have. Okay, we have built this container. Inside this container, I will be building an input tag. So input tag is there. I will be just quickly building this input tag, and here we can say, placeholder, let's say add to your list. Okay, I'm just putting this add to your list and this comma. Okay, now what we will do, we will have some kind of button also. So here we can say add item. Okay, add item. If you go back on your screen, you guys can see, okay, it's signed again. Okay, it's saying, okay, this is a file app.css there. So let's create a file app.css there with us. Okay, and now error is gone. If you guys see here, we are getting this input tag and we are getting this button. Okay, so here, okay, let's do some kind of CSS thing quickly. So let's do some kind of CSS thing. So if I go to this app.js here, you can see here container is there. I can go here. I can write this dot container, and let's make it what? Let's give some kind of height. So height will be, let's say 600 px. Let's give the width as, let's say 70% will be enough. Let's do the margin. So margin will be 100 px from the top and bottom. And let's do the auto. So auto means like it will be keeping the kind of equal space from the left and equal space from the right. And let's give some border. So border will be 1 px of solid, and let's give some black. Okay. If I go back here, you guys can see the box created 100 px distance from this one, and we have this distance and this one distance. Okay, fine. Now let's go back here and go back to our app.js, and let's do some styling on this guy's input text. So how to do this input text styling? What I will do, I will write here container input, and let's do the width has width has, let's say 300 pixel. It should be good, right? Okay, 300 pixel is good. Now what I will do here is I will be giving some kind of margin from, let's say margin from left, let's say 100 px. Okay, 100 px. Okay, and margin for, okay, let's give 100 px from all direction. Okay, 100 px from all direction, it's coming here, and we have this one here. Let's make it kind of strong thing. So let's remove this border thing. Let's remove this border. So how I will remove this border? I will be writing here border as none. Okay, I can write here outline as none. I can do here, let's say let's check here. Okay, outline is gone. Let's give the bottom border. So border bottom as 1 px of solid of black. Okay, it's given here. Now let's do the styling on this button. So what I do here is if I go back on my app.js, we have a button also inside this container. So let's do some kind of css. So css is not we are learning like css, just make it looking good. We are doing something. So let's give the padding as 10 px and 20 or 14 px from the left and right. Let's do the font size as 16 pixel. Let's do the border radius as 12 pixel, and let's give the color as, let's say medium. Let's blue this color, and let's make it color as, let's say white. Okay, you guys can see we are getting a good button here. Now I can remove the border as none. Okay, border is gone. Okay, so now guys, here we have the thing. Here you can add something. Let's give the, for input tag, let's give the padding from all direction, let's say 10 px and 20 px. Let's see how it look like. Okay, it's good, looking good. Okay, right now you can put your things and you can add. Okay, fine, this is done. I have my battery discharge. Okay, now if I go back on my app.js, guys, you can see we have input box. Here you can add something, here you can add. If you click here, it will be added. Now what to do? Let's say if I add my name Harshit, if I okay, it's not giving our cursor. So let's do the one thing. I can go back to on my button, I can add this cursor as pointer. Now I'll be getting this kind of pointer. Okay, if I click here, guys, nothing is happening. Actually nothing is happening. So let's do one thing. If you know JavaScript little bit, there's a function called as onClick. So here you can do onClick. Inside this onClick, what you will do, you will be executing a function. In this function, let's say we are just consoling log something. You can write any piece of JavaScript and you are just writing here console hello. You are just writing here console hello on click. So if I just click open my this inspect here, if I come to my console, if I clicking, do you see hello is printed here? Are you able to see 2 times? If I click 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's printing. It means whenever I'm clicking, some events are occurring. Now what I want is whatever I will write here, Harshit, let's say, that should be written here. That should be written here. So let's do one thing. Let's print something. So if I have a variable, let's say name equal to something. Okay, I have a name. If I have a name, I will just telling you one thing here. If I have a name, let's say Harshit, if I just want to display this name, how I will display? So if I just want to display my name Harshit, what I can do here is, guys, after this button, I can go here and I can just write okay S3 and in the curly bracket, of course in the curly bracket, because whenever you are writing something that should be in the curly bracket. If you just write here your name, do you see here Harshit is reflecting? Harshit is printing here. Okay, so if you change your name, let's say if you're just changing to Harshit to, let's say, ReactJS. If you write here, it's changing. So it means whatever you are writing a variable, it's reflecting. But again, I'm telling you one thing, guys. If you remember our React state says whenever you want to bring, or if you want to make some kind of variables, you cannot use this structure. You cannot use something like this. What you need to do, you need to use something called as use state. That is what use state is. What? So use state is hook. Okay, so you will be using hook. Okay, use state. So you will, whenever there is a chance to create a variable, you will be using some kind of hook. And for creating state variables, we have a hook called as use state. Okay, use state. Let's see what is this use state. So use state says, okay, here I have imported also use state already. So if you just write, guys, use state snippets. Okay, see, this is the power of VS Code. You are getting lots of things, options, and like this kind of recommendation. If you just write here use state snippets here, you guys can see here, I just see, guys, again I'm writing here, and pay attention. If I just write, guys, here use state snippets, if I click here, you guys can see I'm getting const in an array. I'm getting this first, set first, and here is the use state, and here is something else. So what will happen, guys, if I just want to set my name, I just want to print my name, I will be using this use state. And this is the structure of use state. It says you will be using this hook. This is hook. And here you can use your, here you can give your initialize value. So let's say here I'm initializing my name as Harshit. Okay. And this is the two variables you will get. Okay. This is the two variables. So first variable you will be your, that actual name. Okay. Whatever the variable name you want to set. And this set is a function. Okay. Okay. And of course you can choose any name here, but the convention is, guys, whatever here you are giving, that should be set and then this name. So here we are setting name. So this will be set name. Here, if you are setting data, so that will be set data. So here we have setting name. So let's add that here, set name. Okay. Okay. Now I have initialized this name variable with the name called as Harshit. Now what will happen here is, if you just print this here, check my name, you guys can say Harshit is printed. If I just change, let's say if I just print it to Ayush, what will happen, guys? Here Ayush will be printed. So now our state variable is working. Here whatever we are changing, so it's reflecting back. Now what I want is, if I write something, let's say if I write here sleep, if I add here, if I on this click, it should be change, or it should be some reflecting thing. So what I can do here is something called as in input, we have a function called as, guys, on change. Okay. And it also takes a callback here. This is the structure of your callback. What you will do here in this on change, you get a event. Okay. Event, you name it anything. I am just naming it E. And if you guys write here, let's say console statement, and let me write something here. And if I just write here e.target.value, if I just write this e.target.value, guys, it means on input tag, whatever I will write, that will console log. Let's check that. I will, first of all, I will open my this inspect here. I will going to this console, and I will just clear this console, guys, and see, I just delete this. I'm just writing my name, guys, HARSHIT. Do you see, guys? Or R I have added here, RAJ. So on every keystroke, it's printing something. It means, guys, this is working. On change is working. So whenever you are writing something, this function is executing, and this is consoling log on your inspect. You can see here also on every keystroke, if you write, let's say if I just remove this, if I just click here, if I randomly put anything, see, guys, whatever I'm putting, it's consoling log here. Do you see? So this is, guys, on change function. So if you want to write something and grab the data, you can grab it. Now it's a very cool thing. Now what I want is, whatever I will write here, okay, and let's do that here. Okay, let's do that here. I will just remove this here. And now what I want here is, if I write something, this name should be updated. I want, if I write something, the name should be updated. Okay. So if I just write here, okay, name equal to e.target.value. See guys, I'm just writing, this is the normal variable you write, like name equal to e.target.value. If you go here and if I write, okay, it's guys crashed. Okay. Why it's crashed? First of all, it's crashed because it's saying assignment to constant variables. So assignment to constant variable is not, it's not a good thing. Okay, it's not working actually. If you have set it this constant thing, it never change. To guys, to change this name, okay, to change or some update some values, to update some your state, you will be using this set name. And always remember, this is function. This is not just variable. This is variable. This first argument is variable, and they are enclosed in the array also. This is variable, but this set name is function. So to change the value of this name, you will be using this set name. So how you will use? So you will be just writing here set name, and inside as a parameter, you will give this target.value. So now guys, whatever you will write, that name will be changed. So by default name will be Ayush, but whenever you write something, that name will be changed. Let's see in the action. If I just go here, if I just cancel this, now guys, I will be writing here, let's say HARSHITRAJ. Do you see? Harshit Raj is printing. Whatever I will write, guys, that is printing here. See, and why it's happening? Because on input tag, you are saying on change, you are updating the name. So whatever you are writing on every key stroke, it's updating. It's every stroke, it's updating. Okay, this name is updating. And how it's updating? So using this set name, it's updating. Okay. Now I want something different. What I want is, if I write, let's say here study. If I just write here study and add item, this study should be there. If I write, let's say sleep here, see guys, now it's up, like it's changed. It's replaced by the second character. If I write here, let's say study, it is there. But if I adding, it's nothing is happening. If I just adding some elements, other elements, what is happening is it's changed. Study is changed, but I want study should be there. Then I will get sleep, and then I will get something, and then I will get something. So let's do this thing. So what I will do here is, I will be setting a name here, not name. Let's change it to item, because we are building a to-do list item. So what I will do here is, or let's do this input. If I'm naming this input, what here I will do this set input. Okay, and the by default is nothing, because here also you have nothing. So let's remove this here as of now. And what I will do, on every keystroke, I will be just changing to this here input, set input. Okay, on every guys, whatever I will write here, that will be changed to this set input. So here I will get this value. But here I'm saying on click of this one, on click of button, what I will do, I will just console log, let's say this input. See guys, now what will happen? Here, what I'm saying here is, on like, let's say you are writing, okay, you will write something, and the last thing, whatever you will write, when you click thing on this button, that will be consoling log. So let me open that, my console log also in front of you. I have this console log. Let's say right here I am writing this, and let me cancel this all. Here if I write, let's say Harshit, if I add item, see guys, Harshit is there. Let me remove this. If I just add here, let's say Ayush, I add it here. See, Ayush is printed. Let me add this as Aditya. If I add it, Aditya is there. Let me just write his Rahul. I will add it. Rahul is there. Now guys, all are printed, but here they are not printed. So let's fix that also. Here they are not printed. We will just do that in very quick seconds. So here they are printed, guys. Okay. It means now we are getting the data, obviously. Now what we will do, we will be again making again. Okay. So to display, guys, this kind of list, what we will need, we will be using array list. Okay. We will be using array. So what we will do, you will again just use this use state, because you want a list, you want an array in which on every button click, you will insert that item to your array, and the second item again, then third item again, the fourth item again. So we will be pushing our items to our array. So what here I will do, here I will do this const, and here I will do, let's say, item, and here I will do the set item, because whatever you are setting, that should be here also. And here I can use this as use state. And what here I will do, guys, here I will be adding, okay, let's decide what will be our by default value. So this is, we are creating array. So here we will give not this empty thing, here we will give this empty array, because you are creating array. So this is how, guys, you create variables kind of thing, state kind of things in the ReactJS. So here we have created arrays item, and to push or to update anything, we will be using this set item. Now what I want is, on every click of this, I just want set item here. I just want set item to this D structure item, and thus do this thing. Let's say I just want to do this set item, and then I just want to put this input here. That's it. And a triple dot also. So do you guys know what here I'm writing destructuring in JavaScript? So what here I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, let's check that first of all, and then see that. Okay. And here what I will do here is, after this button, I will be adding some kind of, let's say, S3 tag. And inside what I will do here, I will just item. I will be printing this array. Now, if I go back here, let's add something. Let's add Harshit, and item add. Okay, Harshit is added. Now let's cancel that, and I will add this Ayush. Ayush is added. Okay, do you see this? Harshit, Ayush, and then let's add something. Let's say sleep. Sleep is added, but it is adding. It's kind of adding. Okay, it's kind of adding. But I want Harshit, and this Ayush should be displayed here. Then this sleep should be displayed here in the next line. So for next line, I can use this li tag. Sorry. Okay. So what here I will do here is, I can write a UL tag. Inside this UL tag, I will be writing, guys, this one here. I will be writing item dot map. I will be doing map because item is an array. So I will be doing this map, and for map it takes a callback. And here I will do I, and here I can write here, let's say, return li, and here I can write here only I. Okay. So what here I'm doing, guys, I'm just iterating over this item, and here I'm saying iterate this item because item is an array, and here you are pushing. So set item will, guys, again push. If you on every button click, it will just push your items in your array. On every click of this item, okay, we are pushing elements in our array. Now what will happen? Inside this UL tag, I have this item dot map, and then I'm just writing this li tag. It will just print it. Let's see in the action. If I just cancel this here, if I just add, let's say, Harshit here, if I just print Harshit, okay, Harshit is added. If I just add, let's say, Ayush here, okay, Ayush is added. Now, guys, if I just sleep is added. Let's say study is added. Let's add EdYoda here. EdYoda is added. Okay, now, guys, it means our kind of this thing is getting working, right? You can add, okay, you can see here also styling can be done. Like styling, you guys can quickly do the styling. I know that is kind of very easy thing, I would think. Okay, if you want to build that, if you just want to do the styling quickly, I can do. I will be starting that landline airline project also. So let's do the quickly that styling. So what I can do, inside this container, we have this li, right? So here I can come, I can do li, and I can do this, let's say, list type as none. So I do not want to see that bullet point. So see, guys, bullet points is gone. Now I want a width should be what? So input tag. So whatever the input tag width is, I just want to make that 100 pixel, this pixel. I just want to width is this one. Okay, you guys can see here. Okay, not margin is 100, not just margin from left should be 100 pixel, not other than that. Okay, 100 pixel is, guys, if you add something here, see added. If I just add something different, it's adding. Okay, it's adding. Now let's give some kind of BGC. BGC color can be here what? Gray. Okay, BGC color, let's add something here. Okay, BGC is coming as red. Now here I can do some kind of padding, let's say from top and bottom 10 pixel, and from this one 20 pixel. Let's make the border radius as 12 pixel. Give some kind of border. Okay, border is added. Okay. And border is added. And what next? Okay, so if I now if I just refresh this, if I just add this, let's say Ayush is added. If I just add this Harshit is added. Okay, and let's give the margin between this thing also. So what I can do, I can just give the margin from bottom, let's say 10 px. Okay, now if I add something here, okay, added. If I just add something here, added. If I just write something here, added. Okay, you guys can see all are added now. Okay, if you want to change the color, you guys can check like this. This is the CSS part, not React part. React part, it's done. Okay, if you want to move this a little bit up, you can do that. It's very easy. If you just want to move that up, if you want to just do some color styling and all, you guys can do that. Not a problem. Okay, let's remove this border and all. So guys, hope you are getting my point. The point here or the takeaway should be what? Not the CSS, because we are not learning CSS. When I will teach you that CSS, you guys can focus on like a styling part. And we have a project for that also, where we will do that, this styling part. We will do that. But let's understand the basic ground. So basic ground says you want to build a to-do list. Okay. So for that, you should have that kind of perception in your mind that you want to create, first of all, input box, and you should create a button. So on every input text, on input tag, you will write your things and you will be clicking button to add items. So when you just click input tag, what will happen? That element, whatever you have written in the input tag is this one, set input. And here we are getting input, right? So on every tag, on every typing, we are getting that thing and we have set it in the input. Now what we are doing, we are saying on click of button, we will set this item. So we have this set item, and this is array. So we are setting here set item, and let's say guys, why I have written this in between this square brackets. That's why we have written guys this array, and here we are destructuring, and here we have. So this is JavaScript. Okay, if you just write this, remove all these things, and if you just write guys input here, it will be broken. Why it will be broken? Because set item is array, not just variable. Okay, item is a variable. So that's why we are just destructuring. Destructuring means what? So you will be copying your array and you will be just adding one more item to that. That's it. So this item is array and you are adding it, and this input is what? So this input is this variable. So what you are getting from your input tag, whatever the value you are getting. So let's say, okay, so you have right now your item is this DDSSDD, this three things in the item. You want to add something. Let's say I'm adding my name here, Harshit. If I just click on add, this will become your input, and this is this item. Okay, so that's why I'm saying here it's destructuring. It's, if you know JavaScript, you can guess it. If you do not know JavaScript, maybe you will face some kind of confusion. But this is destructuring of your array. So here what you are doing, here you are setting all your previous array, and here you are just adding one more element to your that array. And finally you are setting set item. So set item means what? Update this final array item. That's it. This is JavaScript. Learn that JavaScript. Okay, this is it, guys. So this is the main point here. The takeaway should be you can use a state to play around or to create some state variables. If you create some state variables, okay, you guys can and whenever you build some user state, what will happen? It will have two things. First will be your state variable, and second thing will be your setter function. First thing will be your state variable, and this will be your setter function. And this is your initial value, by default value. initially what it should be. So here we are saying initial values should be nothing, and here we are saying initial value should be empty array. Okay, so because also we need it, right? Like for this writing something, initially what will happen? So initially it will be empty, and initially guys, if you want to build, if you want to show something here, what will happen? Here you will empty array. Okay, that's it. So two things are, guys, pay attention on line number 7 and line number 8. You have the most critical things. And how you can set. So this is the again JavaScript part. Like, okay, if you are writing input thing, you guys can use this on change method. You guys can use this. If you're using button, you guys can use this on click method. Okay, guys, got my point? Okay. So this is the kind of to-do list. Here you can make your list. Okay, and I mean like CSS part you can do. Okay, the CSS we are not learning like how to do this best. Okay, you guys can add here and you guys can set see your data, right? You guys can add your CSS, like make it very beautiful and all. This is not the CSS class. Okay, okay, let's add one functionality of reset. Right now what will happen? You can keep on adding, and it's added. Let's add a function here, reset. So let's quickly add that. If I go back on my here, I can create a button, and button should be reset. A reset list, I can name it. And here what I can do, on click of this reset, what I will do, I will do this callback function, and inside that function I will just clear this. I will just clear this set item. Okay, whatever I have items in this item, I will just clear that. So to clear that, I will be using set item because I want to update my list. What I will do here is here I have, right? So here I can write set item equal to just empty array. Here I can just add a empty array. That's it. Okay. In this on click, we are adding set item, and in that here I have, sorry, on click of this guy's reset list, I am just running on click, and here we are just setting set item and this empty array. If I go back here, you guys can see we are getting two buttons. To make this distance between two buttons, you can make, or let me make that also. Here what I can do, here I can add this, let's say a margin from right, let's say 10 px. That's it. There's a button here, you can see the gap. Now if we add, let's say here sleep, you can add it. Let's add here study. You guys can here. You can, let's say music. You guys can add here. If you just click on reset, all are gone because you have set it here. What here you have set it on click of this reset. Just make your item as empty array. See here. Just make here. I can add a comment also. Just make your item as item empty. That's it. Okay, here you guys are making your item as empty, and here what you are doing, let me put that comment for here also. So what here you are doing, so here you are saying just add, here you can say just copy all items and add one more item to array. That's it, guys. So this is, guys, quickly we have made the, I guess in 20 minutes we have made the to-do list. Okay, here you have lots of functionality. You can add, and you guys can obviously work on the CSS part. If you just click on this resetted. Okay, this is, guys, see this input text also I have made like quickly good thing. So this is the not the CSS part. In CSS part, if you learn to like build a CSS and all, we will work on this project to, like right now in just 15 to 20 minutes I will take to build this, and then we will close our session. So guys, we have built this to-do list, and I have also shown you some examples using use state, like we were talking about names example and all. So let's build that air landing page, and this page should look like this one. This page will look like some about this one. So here we will learn like CSS. If you want to learn CSS, here we will see. But guys, I want to pay, I want, just let me drink water. Just drink Okay. So what here we will do is we want to create this web page, right? Now, if you take your learning, whatever we have learned in the React.js, like components and all, now you can break this component. Sometime like it can feel like, okay, this is very big, complex UI and all, but what you can do, you can just break this component. Let's break it. So while breaking it, what I will do here is, if you break it, guys, you can see there is a kind of header here. Okay, this web page has this header, and this web page has this kind of main section. Okay, this is a main section, kind of main section, and here you have footer, right? This is the footer. So it has three parts. First is the header, second is this main content, and third is the footer. And in this main content, what we have, if you closely see, in the main content also we have, guys, two parts. First is this part, like there's a kind of left section, and here we have the right section. In left section we have some kind of text and all, and here we have what? Here we have one image. So if we just focus on building this header, let's focus on building this header. If we are able to complete this header, then we will build this main section, and then we will build this footer. And that's how we will be building, guys. In real life projects also, we do this thing only. We never jump to anything. No, just break your UI into smaller grounds and then work into it. So what I will do here is, let me what I will do here is, I will do the coding here only. Okay, I will just remove this to-do list. Let me remove all the code from here. What I can do, I can just remove this code here. Okay, all the code are removed. Let me do this. Let's say here, one statement, let's say, and let me check, like, okay, building airline landing page. If I just go here and check here, now it's saying building airline page, because we have moved our code. We have removed all our code. And let me delete all this user state. We do not need user state as of now. In this CSS also, I have removed all the things. Okay. Now, guys, let's focus on building this header first. And this is one component. Okay. Now, in the to-do list, guys, my plan was to like teach you in a manner like, okay, if you build this to-do list, now you are good with the use state and all. If you just build this to-do list, now you will get your points, like how to use list, how to use this use state and what to do. Now we will be focusing on this building this airline landing page, this page, and here we will learn how to break the components. In this to-do list, we have built the entire to-do list in the one component only. We haven't added so many components, but here we will add it. Here we will create a component for header, then we will create a component for this main section, then we will create a component for this separately for this footer section. Let's do that. So what here I will do here is, in SRC, I can make, let's say here, I can make a file called as header.js. Quickly, I will just, guys, making a file called as header.js. And here I will be just building my header. Let's see how I will do. So for that, guys, if you need a boilerplate of code, what you can write, you can just write here RFCE. If you just write, guys, RFCE and just hit the enter, you guys will get your kind of boilerplate. Okay. Now, if you see here, guys, this is the one image. Here you have some li tags and here you have buttons. So let's build that. Okay. Okay, so here, if I come to here, you guys can see here, there's an image. Okay, let's break this UI, guys. If you want to just break this UI, what we have in the UI? Okay, we have some UI here, right? We have a nav bar here, and we have a button. Let's build that. So what I will do here is, let me, in the header tag, what I will do, I will create a header tag. Inside this header tag, I will be having a nav bar. In this nav bar, I will be having a UL tag. In this UL tag, I will be having a li tag. And okay, in li tag, what will have? I have a one image, 1, 2, then we have this image, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 neighbor we will need. So here I will give image tag, and here I will give the image source, and I will create this 1, 2, 3, 4, and here I will give this, not this one. In li tag, I will be giving anchor tag, and here I will give some, let's say, home. Okay, multiple things. Here I will be creating about services, about, and here I will be creating this services, and here I can create flights, and here I can create this discount. Okay, and discounts. Okay, let's check it in the UI how it looking like. Okay, it's not looking, it's not looking. Why it's not looking? Because in this app.js, this is the, guys, your main file. Okay, this will be loaded. Okay, if you go to your index.js, here if we have a file called index.js also, this is kind of your root file, guys. Okay, and here if you see here, it will render this app only. And what is this app? So app is this one. So that's why I'm saying this is the main file, the main component, the app component. We have an app component which will have everything. So if we want to just display this header, whatever we have built, if you see this header here, we have built this thing. If you want to show this thing, what you need to do, you need to just first of all take this here. So what you need to do, you need to first of all, obviously you need to export that also. So header is, I guess, already exported, right? This is how you export. So if it's exported, let's import it here. So I can write here, let's say header. Okay, and let's name it here. We have this header, so you can name it like header component. Header component is there, and let's make it here. Let's use this component. If I just use this header component, and I can use it like this one. Okay, I have used, guys, this one. And now if I go back on my screen, okay, still it's not coming. Okay, why it's not coming? Header component is there. Header is this one. Here we have exported, right? So if I go to my app.js, let me include it again here. If I just write here import, not import, if I just write here header, okay, header is there. Now if I just choose this header here, okay, okay, now header is there, I guess. Yeah, header, not this header, let's say header C. If I just use this header C, we have this header, right? Let's remove all this code, or let's bring this, not a problem here. We have this header here, and header is defaulted here. Now if I go back to my this is why I opened in the app.js, we have this header component. Let's copy this and let's paste this here. Why it's not coming? Header function, it's exported, right? Header function is exported. And if I go back, okay, now its header is coming, I guess. Yeah. If I go back on my screen, okay, it's not, still not there. Let me check one thing, guys. Here header is there. App.js, we have this. Let's import in this way. Let's import header, or let's change this name. Let's say here, let's change this header component. Header component, I have changed this one here. Now let's change it to let's change it to header component, and again copy this one here, and I will be doing this header component. And in the app.js, if I just use this, if I just use this head, okay, if I just do this head, and if I just copy this, okay, let me do just one thing here. So Okay, it's here. In the head component I have, right? Okay, let me do one thing here. Let me do one thing. If I just copy these functions from here, and if I do not put anywhere, let me just cancel this here and let me delete this here. And if I go back here, we have this header function, header component, and let's call it a here only. Okay. Okay. We have a function here, header component. Inside a div we have, and here if I just put this, const, well, let me do one thing now. If I just paste, copy this, and here only if I paste, I will get the result. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I will break it into the components very soon. Okay. So here we have, guys, the header. You can see here we have the header, we have the home, we have the about, we have the services, we have the flights, we have the discount. And what next we have? We need to build this button, right? So quickly build. Let's build the button outside the navbar. Here I can come. Here I can come. This what we call it, book tickets. Book tickets, and here we have the button. I also book tickets, and I want this image. So let's search for the image. What we say, airline logo. Okay, if we search for this logo, I can copy any. Okay, let's copy this, copy image address. If I go back to my screen, I can, inside this image, I can add this image here. If I go back, you guys can see the logo is coming, and also we are getting this kind of navbars, and also we are getting this button. What we will do now is we will be just adding the CSS part right now. So let's add the CSS. What we will do here, we have the things inside the header, right? So in the app.js, first of all, do this this kind of basic things. So padding will be 0, margin will be 0, box border will be, box sizing will be border box. Okay, and here what we can do, let's add the header. Inside the header, we want to give this navbar and this button as flex property. How to give that? How to give the flex property? So inside this header we have this nib and we have button. So I can go here, I can do this display as flex. There's a CSS, align items should be center, justify content should be a space between, I guess. Yeah, between should be good. Yeah, between is good. See guys, now you can see here this, and this button is getting at the right, and this is getting at the these things are getting here. Let's bring this here, bring all the navbars here. So what we will do here, we will be coming here, and I can apply this header nav, and here we can apply this display as flex. Justify content should be a space between should be good also. If I do this thing here, okay, we have this dot header, all are inside this navbar, all are inside this UL tag, right? All are inside this UL tag. If you do this UL tag, you guys can see all are coming here. Let's remove this dot things. So to remove the dot things, I will be using this style tab as none. If you see, dot are gone. Let's do the, okay, let's give some kind of, guys, height and width for this image. This image is very big. So if I come to my here only I can give some property to image. Here I can come and here I can give this a style. Let's say height, or let's not do this thing. This is not a good thing. So here I can come back and here I can add header dot ul sorry dot neb dot ul dot li dot image. So image in image, let's give that height as, let's say, 100 pixel, width is 100 pixel, and let's give the border radius as 10 pixel. Okay, you guys can see it's very small, so I can make it little bit of 200 pixel. Okay, now it's looking good. Okay, now guys, let's move here. Let's move this here. What I will do in the nav bar, in the here I have given this justify content as a space bar. Let's give the center. Okay, now it's coming here. Now we have used a space between, right? So let's use not a space between, let's use a space around. And you guys can see here, all are getting here, right? Okay. Now what we can do here is, let's make a gap of let's say 100 px. You guys can see all are getting in the shape, right? All are getting in shape. Quickly we will do that. Okay, let's remove this underline. So what we will do here is, underline is because of your anchor tag. So we can remove this using here. If I come to li and here I come to a, I can text decoration as, let's say, none. You can see the underline is gone. Okay, nice. The next thing what we will do, we will change the color. So changes, guys, the color is here black. So we can make this as black. So let's make this color as, let's say, black. The color as black. Okay, the color is black, I guess. Yeah, color is black. And let's give the hover property here. If I hover on this, the color should be changed. So let's do that. So what I can do here is, I can just copy this property. I can come to here. I can give the hover effect. I can come to, and I just give the color as what? It's colored the medium, let's blue. Okay, you guys can see if I'm hovering, this color is changing. See guys, the color is changing. Let's work on this part, guys. Let's make this button beautiful. What I can do here is, I can come to here and we have that where we have that in header. We have that in inside header. We have this button. Let's do that. So if I come to here, I can write here header, then we have this button, and let's do that as, let's say, font size as 16 pixel, BGC color as, let's say, medium. Let's medium, not this one, this color. Okay, this color, and let's give the color as this color as white. Okay, if we do the color as white here. Okay, now do the border radius as 12 pixel. Okay, fine, border radius is 2 pixel. Remove the border from here. Remove the border is equal to none. Border is gone. Let's give the padding here. So padding will be 10 px from 12 px. Okay, you guys can see here. Okay, they are coming here. Let's bring this button a little bit here. What should I do? If I do the inspect here, if I click here, you guys can see this is okay. This is very big. Now also it's very big. Now also it's very big. So let's change the size of this image. Let's bring it to only 500. Okay, now it's the image is like looking good. Now this button is like very at the right. I want some distance. What should I do? If I do this inspect here, if I do inspect, okay, it's coming at the last because I guess we have given the property on the space between. Let's give that a space around. Okay, you guys can see here header part is done. Okay, now we have header part is done with us. You can see, okay, obviously like this image is not exactly same. Image is not exactly same. So yeah. Okay, let's make this color little bit of dark. So to make it little bit of dark, what I can do on the button, I can make this is little bit of dark here. That's it. Okay, the button is dark. Okay, it's very dark. Let's check to this one color only. Okay, now guys, you can see here button is created. Let's quickly build this one and this one. Okay, If I go back to on my CSS here, the header part is kind of done. If I go back here, I can create this main tag here. Okay, main tag here. And if I go back here, in the main tag, guys, the main section, we have the left section and then we have the right section. Let's build. So for this left section, I will be creating one div tag, and here also I will be creating. Let's do that. So here what I can do, I can create a div tag for this left section. Okay, and here also I will be creating a right section. So right in left section, guys, I will be having that text like, okay, fly with us and all. And in the right section, I will be having that image, aeroplane image. Okay. In the left section, what we have, guys, we have this flight with us. So let's write in the H1 fly with us. And in the P tag is what we have. So P tag is we have book flights. Okay, how can get the data? Let's write something. So I can go back on here. Let's say Qatar airline. I just I just need a one line here. I just need a one line. Let's say this one, this text only. Just need this text here. Let's copy this text only. I do not have that text. So if I just copy this text, you guys can see all are coming here. Okay, we will do the styling part for this also. But you guys see here, fly with us. This text is done. Then we have a button also, contact us. Let's build that here also. So we have this button, and button is what? Contact us. Okay, the contact us button is created. Okay, fine. Okay, here what I can do, instead of giving this button, I can just remove this header, and the button will be, guys, on all button we will have this. See, guys, this button, and we have a button also for subscribe. So this all three buttons are similar. So I have just given the CSS property same. Okay, this is done. Okay, I need a image also, this travel time image. Let's bring that travel time aeroplane image. Let's search that. If I, oh yeah, here the image. Okay, cool. I will just copy image address. I will come back and I will in the app.js, I will be creating this here. I have the image address. I will be just pasting this image address. Okay, image address is very long. Okay, image address is done, guys. If I go back on my screen, you guys can see these are coming. Let's bring this CSS for this one. So what we will do, we will be putting this text and this button like this thing here, and we will be bringing this here. What we will do quickly. So in the main tag, what I can do here is, in the main tag, I can just bring this display as flex, and I can do here align items as center. And let's see how it's looking. Okay, it's getting into shape. Okay, fine. Let's take the margin from top. So let's take the margin from top is 100px. 100px, no, it's kind of very big. So let's bring that to 100px. Okay, 200 pixels, it should be good. Let's make this here, like this should be here. So let's make this as justify content as center. Okay, all are getting in close. See, guys, all are getting close. Let's give the padding gap also here. So what the gap is 100px, I guess. Okay, now they are getting into, we have some gaps. Now let's give the padding to this, like from H1 and P1, and let's give the padding to everyone here. Let's fix this, then we will increase this. So what here I will come, and in the main tag, if I just close this, in main tag we have H1, we have P, and we have button, right? So in the main tag, what I can do, in the main tag, I have this left section, or I can just bring this left section only here. I can just remove this. I can just do the left section. In the left section, we have H1. Okay, we have the H1. We have H1. Let's give the margin from bottom. Let's say 10px. Okay, there's a padding here added, sorry, margin added. Let's give the for P also. Okay, the for P also, guys, we have some margin here, and it's one line, but it has two lines. So what we can do, we can copy another line, or just replicate that line only here. I can add, like, let's say here operating, let's say add the same line twice. Okay, see how it look like. Okay, it look like this one. So let me bring this here. After this, I would have a BR tag. I would have a BR tag. Okay, let's check it. Okay, it's coming, not a good thing. So what I can do here is I can just remove this one here. Let's check it. Okay, now it has some text, and like this one, we have also text this one. Let's give the padding from this p tag and this contact us. What I can do here is I can come to here, and if you guys see here, there are text, but this is having a very big. So let's make it 20 px and 20 px. Okay, let's check it. Okay, so we have something here. Okay, we have something here. Now let's work on this part and let's make it a kind of big image. So what I can do, if I just do the inspect here, if you guys see here, this image is this one, right? This image is this one. So what I can do here is let's make this image little bit of big. So I can do the right section because it's in the right section. I can do the right section. Here we have the image, and here we can increase the height, let's say as 200 px. Okay, now we have some big image. If I do the inspect, you guys can see here. Okay, we have getting the space. So let's what we do, let's decrease the space here. So gap is what, 100 px now. So let's make it 50 px only. Okay, fine. Now guys, you can see here we are getting into shape. Like, we have built this one, we have built this one. Obviously the font, this is the different font family is, I guess this is Poppins, and we are using the by default fonts. So Poppins, let's use the Poppins font only. So if you use this font family as, let's say, or let's take that exact font. So here I can get that. So Google Fonts. So fonts.google.com. If you go to this website, guys, you can click on this Poppins, and you guys can take this this import statement. So if I just copy this, if I go back here, if I just on the CSS, if I just copy this one, okay, and if I just font family, what I will do, I will just copy all the things. If I come to this one, if I just bring the here, you guys can see there will be a, okay, it's really bad. What is the font? It's Poppins only, right? It's Poppins only. Let's remove all these things. Okay, let's check it now. Okay, now it's looking better, but it's very light. The color is very light. It's kind of dark. So what we can do to make it dark, this nav bar, so what we can do here is we can come to here. Let's weight the font weight as, let's say, 600. If you do, okay, now you are getting 600 is very dark. You can make it as 300. Okay, 300 is looks good, guys, right? 300 looks good. Okay, we have the text, guys, and these things we have. And what we can do, like this is kind of in between, right, in the center. Here we have, like, here, if you go here, it's okay. Let's do this thing. So in the main section, let's give the width as only 80%. Let's give the width as only 80%. Okay, here it is. And now let's make this margin as what we say, the margin as, let's say, something. Margin is what? Margin is the 200 px. Margin is, let's say, 200 px, and let's make it auto. How it will look like. Control Z and just delete this one here. If you see guys, okay, now it's kind of exactly same guys, exactly same. Okay, now let's build this quickly, build this this one, this footer part. So what I will do, I will come to here. So this is done. So here I will come and I will be creating this footer here. Okay, here's the footer. I will make this div tag, and here we have no, here we just need this term policy something, right? So I can come to here, I can make this as p tag, and what here I have written terms policy, program policy. I don't know what we have written. So terms. Let me bring some footer from here only. Let's bring this footer from here only. Let's say some footer. I want just for some footer. Let's build this footer. Now, yeah, let's build this footer. Let's take this text. So text can be guys anything, not a problem. Text can be anything. You guys can put whatever the text. Okay, the text is here. Now let's add it. Now let's build this. If you goes to the PPT, now we need to build this input tag and this button. Okay, so this input tag and this button will be inside this div. Here we have one input tag, and here we have a button. So button is what? So button is subscribe thing. So subscribe. Okay, and here we can, oh, here what is the email it's asking, right? So here you can give your, let's say, placeholder as email. Here we have an email. Now let's make this footer. Okay, if you go back on your here, you guys can see it's coming like this one. So let's work on that part. So what I can do, footer, I can make this as display as, let's say, flex. Let's do the justify content as, let's say, center, and let's align content as center. Okay, so guys, do let us know if you need a class on CSS part as well. If you need a class on CSS part, do let us know. We have this gap as 100px. You guys can say we are increasing gap. Let's make it 150px. Okay, 150px is increased. Let's make it 200px, I guess. Okay, 200px. Okay, now it's looking better. And let's work on this part, and then let's okay, so the button is already there. Let's work on this footer part. Footer, we have this input tag, and let's work on that. So let's make it a width as what, 200px. Border will be, so guys, when you do the practice, you will remember all the CSS property. Okay, it doesn't matter like, okay, I have remember all the property. Maybe I can miss also. So I can do that border outline and all. So bottom border as, let's say, 200px. Padding should be what? Padding should be, let's say, 10px, and let's say 20px. Okay, here it is. So here you can write. So border bottom is 1px of solid black. Okay, okay, and let's give the margin from the, let's give the margin from the right, let's say 10px. I guess this should be good. Or let's give not 120 to 20px, not, let's say, give that as 30px, and let's increase to 300. Okay, 200 will be good now, and gap will be only 100px. Okay, and now if you come to here, gap will be 100px, margin is only 20px. Yep, and let's increase a little bit of gaps. Let's increase to 150. Okay, now guys, if you see that website and all, okay, and let me bring, okay, if you guys see this website and this website, this looks similar, guys, right? This website looks similar to you. This website is looking similar to you. Whatever we have built here, it look like a similar to you. Right now you can see maybe the text and all, it's kind of different things, but whatever that we have built, it's kind of similar things. Okay, we have the input text, we have a button, we have this hover effect and all are guys here. Okay, so guys, this is how you will be building your React project, and this is kind of starting. we haven't built like everything here. We have built something starting. Okay, we have started our project. It's not kind of fully fledged, but now you can guess something like, okay, how you can approach your problem, how you can guys you can counter your first project and all. We have built the two application. We have built this to-do list. So where we were seeing like, okay, we have something, what we have, like how you can use that use state, how you can use your state variables, how you can update your variables. Then we saw like, okay, how you can build your airline projects and all. Okay, so the first CSS part you guys can revise, like, okay, we have written actually lots of CSS. Obviously we have written lots of CSS, but yeah, that's it guys. You guys can play around it. I will be pushing the code on this. This is my GitHub repo first of all. So you guys will get your all code links and all on this GitHub. Okay, and always remember guys, the core understanding and all for this React. And yeah, I guess we have completed. We have designed the like the structure and all, like this one. See guys, we have hover effect. We have, oh, let's give the hover effect on this button also. Let's quickly do. So see guys, if I'm clicking here, nothing is happening. So what I can do, I can come to this button, and I can come to this button. I can just do this button hover, and I can just do this. Let's say BGC color as what? Let's give this this color only, and let's make it dark a little bit. So I can click here. I can make it little bit of dark. So what will happen now? If I am hovering, see guys, the color is changing. Okay. So guys, this is how you will be writing, and this is what we have. Whatever we have, right guys, this is the JSX part. Okay, here inside this function app, we have written lots of JSX. So now guys, you can read, like, see, this is the header part, this is the main part, this is the footer part, and we will be having another session on this React part, which will be what, which will be kind of Redux part. Like we will be introducing advanced concepts like Redux and all. So that time we will see your extra doubts. So let's wrap up the session. I guess we have covered lots of things. Whatever I was hoping, I have covered lots of things. So let me look in the chat if we have something in the chat or not. So if you have any question, you guys can ping us. So sir, tell me if I have done my education from MS Biochemistry. Can I get my, yes, Rishabh, you can easily get your you guys can easily get your certificate if you have. It doesn't matter like in which background you are good to go with anything. Okay, you can play around it. How to open first project in VS Visual. So you will be using something called as a code space dot. Okay, and how to enable that code space dot, what you will do here is you will come to your here, and you will be pressing this command shift P. Okay, do you see here? You will get this option, cell command install code command in the path. If you just install that, so now from command prompt, or if you're from that the what we say, the terminal, you can fire a command call as code space dot, and then you can bring your VS Code. So guys, that's it from my side. We have covered lots of things. I know, like we have quickly we have built D2 applications, and the agenda was to bring you kind of one picture how you can learn use state, and how you can bring your CSS, HTML, JSX, however you will write. So we have done that, and it's not like yeah, we have used guys Google Fonts and all. So how to use Google Fonts? So you can go to this Google Fonts website. Here you can choose any fonts. So let's say I'm using this font. So I click here. I can click on any on this one. So I have selected, let's say this one, I guess. This one I have selected. I can come to here. I can copy this, import here. I copied, and you guys can copy this in your CSS part here. And obviously you will also need this font family. So I have copied this font family. I have covered, I have come to here, and I have in the asterisk. So I have done that. So do let me know if you need a class on CSS, because see guys, the front end is like kind of 50% of CSS. So if you are not good with the CSS, maybe you will what we say, like you will face a problem and all. So doing the revise of CSS and writing CSS, and I have written lots of CSS, but it doesn't like, okay, I remember everything. When I was writing, I was keep on checking, okay, is it looking better, is it looking good? So that's how you will also go. Okay, yeah, so that's it from my side, guys. I will be stopping my sharing. I have stopped my sharing now. If you have anything still, you can ask. If not, we can wrap up our session. And yeah, if you have any question, guys, you can ask me. That's it from my side. Okay, guys, bye. Thank you all. Thank you for attending.